Okay, so for today's assignment, the color scheme generator, we're going to be using a browser-based tool to choose some color schemes. Let's go ahead and click on this link. It's going to take us to an Adobe product. Go back to your assignment and click on this Google drawing. This is the actual handout for the assignment. This is what you're going to be turning in, but let's go back to the color generator. Now what this is, it allows you to pick different colors based on a set of color schemes. It makes it easy because depending on the color scheme that you use, if you move one circle, the rest of the circles will move with it to keep that color scheme going. On the left side, we have the options of analogous, monochromatic, triadic, complementary, split complementary, double split complementary, and other options. Once you select a color scheme, the circles up here in the color wheel will change order to keep that color scheme. And down here at the bottom, we have a repetition of the colors in a rectangle format. Complementary colors, for example, deal with colors that are on opposite sides of the color wheel. Split complementary kind of splits that idea. And so if I move these circles around, the other circle that is attached to it will move with it. Keeping in mind that these circles represent these colored squares. This circle, this square, and this color code are all the same thing. These letters and numbers represent the color in a digital format. And that's what we are going to be using. But first things first, let's choose a color scheme that we like. And let's pick some colors. I'm going to go with a double split complementary. And now I'm going to move these circles around to choose the colors that I like. Okay, if I move one circle, the other circles will move in order to keep that double split complementary color scheme. Just let me mess around with it really quick, and I think I like, yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah, I think I'll use these 5 colors. Okay, they're up here as well. These are the 5 colors I'm going to use, but in order to make this easier for me, I'm going to minimize the window and I'm going to split the tabs like we've done before so that I have the color generator on one side and the Google drawing on the other. Let's take a quick look at the Google drawing assignment. Let me zoom in so we can read this really quick. Our job is to copy and paste the color code from the color generator onto these squares. If you take a look at this example next to me, the 5 squares are a certain color scheme. Let's select this square and we're going to paint it the same color by using the color code. We are going to double click it to highlight it, right clicking it, copying the color code, and on the Google drawing, we're going to go to the color fill mode and go to the little plus sign and paste the color code on there. And there's a color code right there. There's our color. This is the one we're going to choose. And I hit OK. All right, now repeat the process 4 more times, copying and pasting this color code. Right click, copy, selecting the square and adding the plus sign. This little plus sign means I am adding a new color to it. Making sure you have the pound sign in the front. For you young ones, it's the hashtag. And then I just repeat the process again and again. Adding the new color to the Google drawing with the color fill tool. And here's the last one. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We have the squares filled in, but let's go ahead and copy and paste the color code onto this Google drawing by copying and pasting the numbers into these zeros. Going back and forth one by one in the same order that we copy the colors from the squares, we're going to copy the color code and paste them onto this rectangle. Onto these rectangles. And what I want is a nicely set up color scheme. And the way we filled in these rectangles is all we have to do is select to fill in these rectangles is select them and select the color down here under the custom color tab. Oops, let me go back and select the color fill, and the color's already there, so you go one by one filling in the rectangles in the same order that we filled in the squares. The last and final step is I want you to select all the squares and all the rectangles by clicking and dragging until you selected all of them. And then you go into the border color fill selection and you hit transparent. We don't want any black on there. And there you go. That is pretty much all you have to do. Again, we have color scheme 2 and color scheme 3 that you will be responsible for. You will be responsible for 3 different color schemes. So use this color generator to produce and create 5 color schemes that you like and copy and paste the color code onto the Google drawing. The Google drawing is the file that you're going to turn in. Have fun with this, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.